everyone. My name is Katie of Greenland Quilter, and yes, we are having tech problems today, but I figured out what the problem was. I forgot to do something. So I am the person who caused it. All right. I am going to introduce Janice in just a minute. Let me get my screen set up so that I don't have so much stuff sitting up here, getting me confused. Why don't I have two of these? That's interesting. Okay. Oh, because I forgot to close the one from the last live. That's why. Okay. So tonight it's going to be Janice from The Right Way. That's her name of her YouTube channel. And I will be sharing her channel webpage link in just a second. And Nikolaj is here also. And I was trying to get this screen turned around and it won't let me. So I don't know what the deal is. Anyway, Janice, introduce yourself, tell them who you are, talk about the channel, and tell us what you're going to work on. And I'm going to fix this chat thing.
Well, my name is Janice Wright, and my channel name is The Right Way. And I do mostly quilting videos. That's one of my favorite hobbies right now. And I go live. The plan was every other week, but then my phone, the storage on my phone is full. So now I'm going a little more often. And tonight I'm going to be working on this quilt for my little cousin, the Husky lap quilt. And that's what I'm doing today.
Okay. All right. That sounds like fun to me. Okay, honey. So everybody knows what the poll is about. Come show them. Okay, we have put a poll at the top, and it has to do with Nikolaj's, when he finishes the Home Alone, he wants you to vote on what he should build next. So he's going to come show you a picture or the box of each one, and then you vote, and we'll leave the poll up till about, I don't know, 3/4 of the way, and then we'll see which one wins out, and then we'll tell you that's what he's going to do next. And then I'll tell you what we're going to do as far as I'm concerned. Come on, babe.
All right. The first issue is that this is the garage corner.
Mm-hmm. That's very intricate.
It's going to be a lot of fun to build it there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right. And this is the jazz club.
The jazz club looks really cool.
Yeah. I like the Jacks Club. I voted for the Jacks Club.
I think I like the jazz club too.
Yeah.
But so far it's corner garage that is running.
Yeah, right now people are voting on the corner garage, which is interesting. Okay. So that's what Nikolaj will be working. Well, he's going to finish up. Oh, let me see that string of lights, babe, because someone mentioned that.
What?
The little string of lights.
Oh, yeah.
Someone asked, before I talk about what I'm doing, someone asked if Nikolaj was going to put any lights inside of the Home Alone house. And I just happen to have, this is actually for a sewing machine that someone gifted me. And they're little LED lights. And it looks like it might be long enough to run it through the house. It has a battery inside of it. And he can put the lights inside of it and then turn it on.
Mm.
If he can figure out how to mount it to the, yeah. Because I'm not sure where this little, it came with sticky stuff, so I got to find it. Or I do have double-sided tape. We could do that, I guess. Okay. All right. So, as you know, when I discussed it last night, we're going to do that sew along for the channel. It has to do with using charm packs. And if you don't have charm packs, and I have an interesting thing to share with you guys about Janice, it has to do with charm packs. But I just we're going to revisit the sew along and what the plan is. And when you actually have to have all your 4 patches ready to go in the 3rd week in February, because that's when we're going to start the sew along. So what I thought I would do is, since we're talking about charm packs, Janice, How many charm packs do you have in your stash?
I have no charm packs in my stash,
You
not
hear
even
that, you
one.
guys? Zero.
Zero.
Zero cents nada. And I have never ever heard anyone say they didn't have a charm pack. Not even one. You have none. I am just that tickles me. Okay, so I decided I'm going to show you my stash. We're not going to go thumbing through every one of them, but I will give you the names of the ones I actually know what the names of them are. And I'm going to explain why I have so many. But in the grander scheme of things, and considering I've been doing this from 2017 to 2024, gosh, that's almost 10 years.
Almost 10 years, yes.
Getting close to 10 years, yes. So when I first started, you're a newbie and you don't know any better, and you sign up for all kinds of subscriptions. And I was subscribed to So Sampler Box for almost 4 years. I can't remember the exact name of this other subscription box, but it was Creative Notions or Creative something. And so I did them for a couple years. And then in 2020, I stopped my So Sampler Box. And the reason I stopped it was I have, as most of you know, I've migrated more and more toward batiks. I'm totally in love with them. And so most of my sewing is with batiks. I mean, I'm using cotton, but not as much as I'm doing batiks. And the problem with the So Sampler Box is it does not promote fabric toward people who are a little bit outside of the general group of people who sew. And you get the same style of and this is not a negative thing I'm saying. So no one, please don't take this the wrong way. It was no longer talking to me. So there was no point in wasting $40 a month if I wasn't happy with it, and I was gaining too many notions out of it. And some of them were the same kind of notions that I wasn't using. But every now and then they came with something that was cool. These are rings that you can use to roll your quilts or your quilt sandwiches up with when you're sewing on a domestic machine. And I am probably going to buy some more of these because these are actually effective when you're rolling a medium to large size quilt up and you're sticking it through your domestic machine. It keeps everything nice and tidy. It's rolled up instead, because I just don't have it the big. I have small clips, but the small clips just doesn't hold it in place. And I don't have enough big clips, and the big clips are pricey. They really are.
Yeah.
And
I can see how those would be very helpful.
Yeah, and they're easy to put them on there. You can pull them up. They don't give too much, so they're really good. All right, so let me say hello to everyone in the chat, and then we're gonna share my stash with you guys. Just for charm packs, I will tell you that as far as pre-cuts are concerned, of this type of thing of charm packs, layer cakes, jelly rolls, and mini charm packs. I do have a few mini charm packs, and I'll show those to you tonight because I don't have that many of them. But I might have 4 jelly rolls, just 4. I might have a total of 10 layer cakes, and that's it. The mini charms, I only have this. That's all I have right here. So when I literally stopped buying charm packs, the charm packs and the layer cakes came to a screeching halt because I felt like that I wanted to lean more toward fat quarters and yardage because I love cutting yardage and doing my own thing, and I get to pick what colors I want to use, and I'm not stuck with colors that I'm unhappy with. And most of my fat quarter bundles that I actually have now, I might have 4 fat quarter bundles that are the mainstream kind of thing. Like I have one called, this was by Chelsea and I always forget her name. what's her mom's name, y'all? Of a Quilting Life. They're the designer of the lemonade.
Is it Tiffany? Tiffany?
No, her name's not Tiffany. It's Chelsea and her. Oh my gosh!
Oh.
Chelsea.
Sorry.
I don't want to open this, but they have an online YouTube channel called A Quilting Life. Plus, they sell fabric line, and they design fabric lines, I think, twice a year. So the newest things like pink lemonade and something else. But anyway, I have only about 2 types that are similar like this that I have. And then I have 6 or 7 fat quarter bundles of CAFE. And the reason I have them is because eventually I'm going to decide what I want to make out of them.
Yeah.
But
so Katie, I have 0 layer cakes, 0 jelly rolls, 0 mini charm packs, and 0 charm packs.
Yeah, see, there you are. So you must lean more toward fat quarters and yardage then, eh?
Yes,
Yeah.
I tend to only buy yardage when I'm buying. But I have gotten a number of fat quarters from Soya, and other things like that.
Yeah, I now only have my subscriptions are now just with Cotton Cut and one's, PMQs. And I kind of took a break from my classic box just for a little while because I do like the classic box because I could tell her that because they always do this, I can get half batiks in that classic box, half cotton in that box. And I tell them I don't want any Easter stuff, no Halloween stuff in there. You can tell them what you don't want and they will not put it in the box. But right now, because I'm a modern maker ambassador, that's plenty for me right now. Laura says it's Sherry and Chelsea. So yeah.
Okay, Sherry, yes.
I can never remember her name for some reason. But anyway, I have a couple of those, and that's it. And this was a gift. When I went to QuiltCon, someone gave that to me as a gift. And Yvette gave me 2 Batik fat quarter bundles as a gift. Nice. And it was she knew I wanted that particular, and she just happened to have one. She gave them to me, which is sweet of her. Okay, nice. Let me say hello to everyone in the chat because I missed everybody. Katie, please let Niko know that because of him, you're in trouble now.
I know about that.
Laura Sup says because of Niko, she ordered the Home Alone Lego kit. I love Christmas, and Home Alone is my favorite family thing. Hello, Andrea. Hello, Denise. How are you doing? And Denise is also in here with her chat. Hello, Dawn Stewart. Let me make sure I'm not missing anyone. And Laura, how are you doing? I hope you're still doing okay. I know you had your surgery, and thank you for coming in and supporting me despite the problems you're having right now. But we all have you in our prayers and hope that you heal quickly. Hello, Jaden. Hello, Charlotte. Hello, Chloe. Hello, Ann Philbeck. Hello, Judy Smith. Let me see. And hello, Jody. All right. For all of you who have channels, don't forget to type !selfie. And you can share your link in the chat so people can go and visit your channels. And speaking of sharing a channel link, this is Janice's. Oops, no S on the end of that. That should have. Let's see if the bot wakes up. Wakey. There it is.
Yes.
So the link was just shared by the bot. So go over there. If you are not subscribed to her channel, please go share your love. All us small guys, we need to stick together and promote each other, support each other, lift each other up. Let's do this. I am about to talk about unifying. Let's show some unity and let's do this. Let's get it done. Okay.
Absolutely. And thanks so much for your support, Katie. You've always been a great support to me. And I appreciate it.
I love hanging out with you. You're fun. And I love hearing you talk too. So there's that. I don't know. You just have a beautiful voice, so.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Hello, Brinka, and hello, Squirrely Quilter Lisa. All right, let's get this little show and tell over with because it's going to take a hot minute. So I'm going to start with this basket. And you're like, okay, that looks like a lot. You have no idea. Okay, so like I said, most of this, I'll tell you which ones are more recent, and only because they were given to me when I went to QuiltCon by people who knew I loved batiks. And so some of these, and I'll set the ones that were gifted to me aside, so I'll show them last. But okay, and I'll take them out of the plastic bag so you don't have glare. So let's see how many have heard of these. If you have heard of these, put a thumbs up. The first one is Moda Walkabout by Sherry and Chelsea. And let me see if it has a.
It's nice. That's really pretty.
Yeah, it is. I don't see a date on the back of here. Some of them will have like copyright dates, but you can see there's. I really don't want to go thumbing through them too much, but there's really nice colors in here.
Yeah, that's lovely.
Yeah. This one I won from someone's live. So this one is called Main Street by Sweetwater. I don't remember. I think I won this on Becca's channel. So there's one. I did not buy it. Okay.
Important to note.
Yeah. This one is called Spring Brook by Corey Yoder of Coriander Quilts. Look at there. And I know I have more than one of these, which probably came in a sew sampler box. Then we have, these are definitely from the sew sampler box. This one is a Bonnie and Camille. Aren't they split apart now? Didn't one of them retire? This one's called The Good Life. So I have 1, 2 of these. Okay. The next one is, this is by Layla Boutique. This is called Harvest Road. And this is going to make a pretty quilt. Because it's all these blues and light colors.
Lovely. That's so pretty.
Yep. And I have 1, 2, 3 of these.
Oh, wow.
All right.
I love that one.
I like that one too. I have a friend that I'm going to be making a quilt for, and they want me to do it in blues and add yellow to it. And so I've been trying to find. I had if I'd have realized it last year that that's what they wanted, there was a fat quarter kit I could have had those exact colors in it. Mm-hmm. Okay, the next one is called. This is by Moda, and it's called Dwell in Possibility by Ginger Bar. And I bet some of you are going to recognize this fabric because it has these moths on them.
Yes, yes. I think I have that. I have a panel for that.
Yep, and I bet some have yardage of it too.
Hold on, I'm going to go get it. Hang on a sec.
Okay. I only have one of those. All right. Now the next one I'm going to pull up. Let's see here. Didn't we just do a Springbrook? Yep, we did. So remember I said I thought I had some more Springbrook? This is number 2. Number 3. Number 4. Okay, and this one I'm going to show you now is Hello Sunshine by Abby Hall. And this one is so sweet. Oh my gosh. Because it has kids kind of prints on it, like rainbows. You got them in different color whites. They're really cute pastel-y colors. You know, so anyone who likes making quilts
Very
with
nice.
pastels is perfect. Yeah. And this one is Moda also. But I've never heard of the designer, but her name is Abby Hall. You want to show them what you got?
Yes, I found the panel.
Oh, you do have a
This
panel.
is the
Wow.
panel. Yeah, it's lovely. This is a
Wait,
panel.
what does it say?
Um,
Oh, that must have, did that come in a Sweetwater subscription
well,
by any chance?
I think it was gifted to me.
Because I had Sweetwater for a while. I get their quilt labels still, but I stopped doing the boxes.
Oh,
And I
this is
bet
the
that came in a
panel.
box. And I wouldn't surprise me if I
Yeah,
don't have a panel.
it probably did. I got it from another YouTuber as a gift.
Oh, cool.
And I
So,
also got a set of fat eights.
oh, look at
Yeah,
that.
yep.
Jody of Marketplace Boutique has subscribed to you.
Oh, thank you, Jody.
And Laura
Hi.
Sub says she loves Bonnie and Camille, sorry. And I think they're not sewing together anymore. I think the mom retired. At least I believe that's what happened to her. Okay, I'm setting these aside for a minute.
Okay, you can change the.
Oh, yep. Thank you,
Yes.
because you know I always forget. All right. The next one I'm going to show you, which I know I have, there's two of these. I think I might have more than two of these. This is called Liberty Fabrics, the Carnaby collection of retro indigo. And I'll show you what the front of it looks like. And then I can show you what's in the package because there's a color card on the back. And I've definitely had this one for a while. So that's what that one looks like. So I have two of those. This is why I'm wanting to do, why you've been seeing me for the last year. Like when we did that sew along at the beginning of 2024, it involved charm packs. I used one on it. Yeah, one. And I'm like, I really need to be making more quilts out of all these charm packs, turn them into something. And then I could decide what to do with the quilt pops, you know? Maybe I can, some of them will go to family members when they get quilted, or I could raffle them off. I don't know, something. Okay. The next one is called, and this one I'm not going to break the plastic on because they're like sealed together. This one's called 100 Years, The Seamstress by Adidas. Oh, I didn't even know I had some Adidas guitar in here. A laundry basket quilt. And I'm pretty sure this came in a sew sampler box.
That looks thick. Is that just one charm?
There's two of them.
Two. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, they're like sealed together. They like shrunk wrapped it. But I don't, and it's by Andover Fabrics. So there's 242 packs in this sealed together bundle. Okay, next one is, I only surprisingly thought I had more than one of these. This one is Vintage Happy 2 by Lori Holt of Bee in My Bonnet. And you probably recognize this fabric too.
Oh, lovely. She seems to like those peaches and
Yeah,
pinks.
and I noticed in this particular set, there is no she's been putting plum in some of her stuff, or Kimberly calls it purple, but it's not purple. It's like a plum color, I guess, or not even a lilac. It's like caught between the dark purple and the lilac. It's in between that color. And she's been having a little bit of that, but not much. The next one is Riley Blake Designs Granny Chick. Now, this one might have a copyright on the back of it, maybe. This one says 2019. See, some of them have dates on them.
I have burnt sausages here.
Burnt sausages?
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Lego. Burnt.
Yeah, I knew you meant Legos. You only ever tell me that. It's kind of like my. Did you ever find that other miniature scissor that hit the floor?
No. I know what it is.
Probably in between the desks.
Yeah.
The next one, for you Allison Glass fans, I am seriously considering doing these as a giveaway because I don't Let me show you. This is Allison Glass called Sunprint 2019. And there is 2 of these bad boys. And here's, you can see
bright colors.
Yeah, they're just I don't really care for that neon stuff because it's more neon-y to me, so that's why I don't care for it. If this was like the regular kind of pinkish color, I'd probably be fine with it. Okay, so I have 2 of those, but I definitely think I'm going to use these as a giveaway. When will I do the giveaway? Probably in July. Unless I hit 5,000. Now, what I can do is if I hit 5,000, I will do a giveaway. And it'll be more than one giveaway. It'll be a substantial giveaway like what I did for December. So just keep that in mind, y'all. If you share my channel, it might get me there faster. But I'm not pushing for that because I'm a little freaked out by how fast my channel blew up this past 3 months. But I only freaked out because I'm worried I'm going to crush and burn it. Okay, the next one is, this one's by Andover Fabrics, and I know I have more than one of these, so we're going to come across them in one of my other storage boxes. It's called Scribbles.
Yes, I've seen that one before.
Yeah. And these are great for using in like blender. It's like blender fabric almost. But I'm not sure why at the back of this, you see how there's fabric stuffed in there? That's how this came. See that?
They just wanted to give you a little extra.
I guess, because that's the first time I've seen that. Okay, the next one is called, we have another Corey Yoder here. This one is Strawberry Jam. And is there a date on here? No. But I'm thinking these are probably between 2017 to 2019, more than likely. Andrea says she loves neon. Okay. I didn't know that. I didn't know you liked Allison Glass. I know there's a few Allison Glass people in here. You can put my 12-year-old in your giveaway. She bought a batch of those little bathtub duckies, and she will not stop squeaking them. That's funny, Shalom, and welcome to the chat for the live. Okay, this next one, and this one I have opened because I don't know, maybe I shared it or something. This one's called Dandy Annie by Robin Pickens. Now I think this is some of these are really pretty.
Dandelions.
Yeah.
Lovely.
So this one I had the seal cracked on, so I'll show you a little bit of it. And the coloration is what you see here. So all of these charm packs, you can, especially if you have a stash of them and you haven't used them. And I'm going to say something about this too. I am not telling people that there's something wrong with having too many of these. No, that's not what I'm doing. But I am promoting the option of using them. That's what I'm going to do. I want to promote, let's use this stuff instead of it sitting on the shelf doing nothing.
Yes, I am determined not to purchase unless I absolutely need to fabric this year.
Yeah, I haven't been able to buy a lot of fabric this year because we've been helping, me and Nikolaj have been helping our son and grandson. And you know, it's expensive when you're helping a homeless family stay afloat and not sleep on the side of the road. And a lot of people in here knows what's been going on, but now they're in a low-income family apartment, and I am so truly thankful for that. And but you know, he just started working. He's been working. You think he's been working? He's almost a month, right?
Yeah.
And he seems to be doing well in his job. But you know, there's things like you have to help keep insurance on his car. You know, there's so many complications of when you don't know you're going to become homeless. You don't plan for them.
Yes.
Circumstances put you there.
Yep.
And it's a domino effect, because if you own a car, if you don't keep insurance on the car, which in turn is the only way you can put car tags on your car. So if one lapses, then they fine you. If you're caught driving with expired or tags and no insurance, then they impound your car. Then they revoke your license. And people are homeless, cannot afford all that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep, I'm on a rant. All right. The next one is called Garden Variety by Layla Boutique, and I have 3 of these. And you can see
I've seen that one.
Yeah, I mean, here there's 3 of these. You definitely can make a good size, substantial quilt with this. The next one is called Red Barn Christmas by Sweetwater. This needs to go in my Christmas box. I didn't realize I had it in here, because I do have a Christmas box of fabric in it, and this could get used in that. So I'm gonna set that one aside. Okay, the next one is, I don't know what who the manufacturer is. I think this is probably Kona, because look at all these colors.
Yeah.
So this is going to be fun using this, because now I know what I want to use this for. But I don't have the name of it, so I can't tell you. Hey, Linda, welcome, welcome. Linda says good afternoon to me and all in the chat. She posted some photos. Oh, you better go look over on the website, honey. Well, you can't right now, but she posted the photos of the Titanic Lego set that her son is working on, but it says pending its post. Hang on.
See?
Yeah, we'll fix that. I had to do that because every time we get new people I don't know in the group, the first thing they do is post freaking t-shirts and hoodies. And the group is not for selling stuff. It's for you guys to feel safe and to post what you make and to have discussions if you want to. Here's another charm pack, and this one I don't know what it's from, but some of you might recognize some of this, because here's one with cats on it. Polka dots. So somebody might recognize some of this older fabric, but I have no idea what the name of it is. It looks kind of like tulip pink stuff. It might be tulip pink. So if you know what this is, speak now to let us know if you know what fabric colorway this is from.
Where's Ian when you need him?
Yeah, where's Ian when I need him? Yeah, because I bet he would recognize this. Or it could be Allison Glass, because Allison Glass has these neon colors too. And Andrea says she loves the dots. Yeah, so this is sitting in here because I didn't know what I wanted to do. It's like, okay, I don't know what to do with this. Yeah, Shalom says, yes, it looks like it goes with Kittens by Tula Pink. Okay, I will have to look that up. This might be another giveaway right here, if people don't mind not having the band around it. Okay, the next one I'm going to show, these I'm going to save for a minute. That's Batik. The next one is called Homegrown by Nancy Halverson of Burner Text, and this is what the front of it is. It's also shrink wrapped, so it hasn't been opened. But here's the colorway that's in there.
How many have you gone so far, Katie?
I don't know. I need to count them. I'll count them when I put them back in the box. Right now I'm setting all these boutiques aside. Okay. The last 3 in here, in this box, these are Free Spirit, all 3 of them. One is called, it says K Facet Collective Classics on this one. And this one seems to be sealed where I can't open it. So hopefully you can see what the colorway looks like. Like the blue line. It looks like blues and maybe darker blues. And then this one is this one's also Cape Bassett Classics Collective. And these are yellows, oranges, and greens. And I can actually take this one out so you can see it better. Because this one's not wrapped in plastic. But you can see all these pretty colors. So this is Cape. And then the other one is also Free Spirit Cape. And this one is also Collective Classics. And this one's also in a bag that once you open it, you can't, yeah. So these looks like it has reds, oranges, yellows, and greens with maybe purple. So there's 3 of those. Okay. Blues for the Win says runs with Quilt. Hello there. Welcome to the chat. Or the channel, rather. All right. So let's see how many I pulled out of here before I'll show you all these boutiques. Okay. Let's start counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Huh?
Looks like the corner garage is still leading. Okay.
17. Maybe is that one the bigger one or the smaller one? That might be why. 17. 18. Yeah, I'm already up to 18. 19, 20, 21. 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. Wow. 30, 31, 32. And let's look at these boutiques and honey, remember the number 31?
32.
32? Yeah. Okay. All right. So this one is called Moda Confection Boutiques. Now this one got beat up a little bit. I must have had it where it shouldn't be. Probably in the bottom of a box. I found some of these boutiques in somewhere that shouldn't have been, which means it happened because of the mess in my sewing room when the accident happened. Things got moved around and stacked on top of each other and stuff. And fortunately, a lot of these were safe because they were behind a plastic cover, and so I didn't have to worry about them having glass. I don't know what. Well, this one is called Canterbury Stained Glass by Island Stamps. Is what it's calling it. And is there a date on this one? Nope, I don't see a date. All right.
Hi, Laurie.
So I'm just gonna just gently thumb through them, and you can see these are all like darker colors.
Laurie says, hi, Katie, Niko, and Janice.
Hello.
Hi, Lori. How are you? Okay, so that's 33, 34. No, wait. I'll just keep it at 32 and recount the boutiques because all these are boutiques. This one, I don't know that it has the brand it came from, but these are even darker ones. Yeah, there's no name on these either, but you can see they're dark colors.
Yeah.
Very dark. So these would make like good background colors or, whatever you want to do with them. They will get used, of course. Really, honey?
Yeah.
I know that you're talking about a Lego, aren't you? Yeah, you can put it from the mirror.
Hey.
Oh, it's got a light in it too.
As you can see, this is the basement for the moment. And if I press this button here, There's a light here.
Ooh, it lights up.
Yeah, it's I think it's like a
A boiler.
boiler. Yeah, a boiler. And I think there's
Wow.
a wash machine and a dryer here too.
Those are really
Really
cool.
cool.
And as I said,
I need for someone to tell Lego they need to do a sewing machine.
Yeah, we
Oh.
do.
Can
Well,
someone
she need that
tell?
one, but she wants a pattern like everybody else does. Make a big one.
I want a Lego one.
a big one.
Yeah,
Oh.
I mean, I'll take the one that's not Lego, but I would much prefer
yeah, you and me both.
a
Okay, this one
Lego.
is Gemstone Batiks by Color Principle, which I've never heard of Color Principle actually. And this was made in Indonesia. And look at all these yummy colors. Oh my gosh. So a lot of these are only one of each one. So yeah.
That is true, Hayways. They go in another level.
Yep.
Yeah.
This one I don't know the name of either, but as you can see, let's see if I can show these without them falling out of my hand. Purples, blues. Is everybody enjoying my little show and tell, or do you want me to move on? I don't think you want me to move on because I have more.
I love looking at the fabric.
Yeah, me too. It looks like I put 2 charm packs in the same. And some of these I recognize because I actually think I have yardage of some of this. But it's hard to hold charm packs in front of a camera. There's no art to it. But you can see these are all purples.
Mm-hmm.
And
I love looking at batiks, but I don't like handling them.
I've heard someone else say they don't like how they feel, but you know what I've noticed about batiks when you handle them? The more you're like when you're building a quilt with them, the further along you get on the quilt, the more they soften.
Yeah.
And any smell that they might have had, most of these don't even have a smell. Like, yeah, there's no smell in this anymore. None. Mm-hmm. It's like gone. It doesn't smell like my house because I keep them, you know, out of the. Okay, this is I have 3 of these by Kate Spain of Moda Confection Batiks, which I've already showed you. Then there is the sealed one I showed you of the Bali Bamboo. And I have 3 of those. And I'm going to turn it around so you can see. And these came from Yeah. Because there's a sticker here, see? Mm-hmm. That's how I know.
Yeah.
Denise.
Hey, Denise. Hey, is it highways or hayways?
Hayways. I have to be hayways.
Could be highways because of that AJ. How do you pronounce your name? Then I have 2 of these. These were a gift to me. These are beachy batiks. They have like flip-flops and umbrellas and stuff in them. I have 2 of those. And then I have this one called Island Batik Winter's Full Foliage. And as you can see, it's wrapped in I don't know what you call that they put it on, but and it I can open it up where you can at least see the colorway on the side. But that's the colorway on the side. But it's trimmed in this binding stuff.
I do know how to make batik. It's the residual wax that causes the stiffness.
Mm-hmm.
And it's very hard to get it out.
This one is called, I remember doing batik fabric or a dye process when I was in elementary school, because I came home with a beautiful piece of fabric that we had dyed using wax and dye, and it was a lot of fun. When I started seeing these batiks, it brought back memories of doing it. Yeah. Okay, the next one I have is Artisan Batiks Prisma Dyes Bright Rainbow Color Story by Robert Kaufman. Look at this color. This is so Beautiful. So happy and yummy. The next one is Artisan Batiks. This one's called Royalty Color Story. And look at here. These are cool colors. And the last one for this box is another Bali Batiks. And this one's called Chromatic. And it has like earth on it where they put space stuff on it. And this is what the colorway basically looks like. Okay, now let me count the rest of this, and we'll tell you how many was in this box or container. 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. So in this here box is 50 packs of charm packs. There's enough here to make how many quilts out of this? A lot. Okay, so that's one container.
Very, very interesting, Shalom. You should package it and sell it. She said, I accidentally invented a super-powered softening wash that I use for my stiff linen fabric. I was making hair conditioner, but I used the wrong ingredient, so it was no good for hair, but great for fabric.
Oh, wow. Katie, what are you planning to do with all those charm packs? Make quilts? There is some I'm going to give away in a giveaway, though, that I'm not going to make anything out of, but there's only like 5 or 6 of those I want to give away. The rest of them, I am going to spend the next couple years making things out of it.
Nice.
So when I first started doing charm packs before COVID, Back Quarter Shop sells these plastic art boxes, and this is specifically for back quarters and charm packs. So I have 2 of these. And this is all, when we go through all of this, this is all the charm packs I have for me. So I know that I don't have near the stash some people have.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just going to go through here and tell you what they're called. This one is Allison Glass Sunprint 2016. This one's called Stonehenge Gradations Chips by Northcott.
Yeah.
And I don't know the date of that one either.
Yes, I have that fabric. I have some fat quarters of that somewhere.
Then you probably so this one's called
Probably got it from Soya.
Yeah, that's probably where this came. This one's called Sun Glow. Here's another Stonehenge, and this one's called Amethyst Chips. So it's purples. Then we have Tuscana Chips by Northcott, sorry. This one's called Heather Chip Pack. The next one is Amethyst again, so that means I have 2 of these same ones. Then we have Tochi by Debbie Maddie. This one is Canvas. Wait a minute. Color Calypso by Canvas Studio. And this is the colorway for this one. And then we have Ladies Legacy by Barbara Brackman. And this is probably one of them I'm going to give as a freebie or giveaway. It looks like French General fabric, maybe? Possibly? I don't know. All right, this one is called Riley Blake's Enchanted by Dodie Polson. And this is a 2016 charm pack. And I've used some out of it. So it's not a full charm pack on this one. Also, this one's called Flower Sacks by Me and My Sister Design. And I've used some out of it as well. And I have more of those kitty cats. And then this one, I don't know the colorway that it's out of, but it's cotton and it's solids. So these would make great blenders with other prints. And probably it came from Soya, but I'm not sure. Oh, is it?
Yep.
Katie, what? Oh, yeah. So now this one is Kona Solids Charm Pack, and it's a blueberry thicket palette. So look here, it's blues.
Pretty.
Solids.
I love
very pretty.
Blues.
Something I will be using for sure. Back then, I wasn't sure what I was going to make of anything. Because, I was learning. Oh, that came out. Okay, the next one. This one's called Hello, My Name is Charm Square. And this one is Robert Kaufman. And it should have a colorway on here. Hang on a minute. And it is called Shades of Season. So this is like fall colors. It's got the sunflowers in it and such. The next one is called Stonehenge Gradations Chips, and this one is called, it says Gradation Mixers Rights. That's what that one looks like, but there's no color scheme on the back. And this one is Wyndham Fabrics Cottage Joy by Shannon Christensen. So these big flowers. They look a lot like cake. The next one is Derby Day by Riley Blake, and I have used, I think 2 of these charm packs, because I actually see I have two strands, or no, I put 2 together is what I've done. So Derby Day is one of them. They're both Derby Day, and I have used out of this pack quite a bit, because I've been using like this part of it on other cotton quilts that I've been working on. So this one has definitely been used a bit of. Andrea says she loves the sunflowers and honeybees. And let's see who can guess how many they think I have in here while I'm doing this. Okay, this one, I couldn't tell you the colorway either because I have been using out of it. But I'll show you some of the colors. You'll see why I've been using out of it.
Oh.
They're really nice colors.
They're nice.
Yeah. And so I've been like dipping into it. This has like little bow ties on it, little horses on it. I have a baby quilt that I'm almost finished with that has some of that fabric in it. And then there's some solids back here from another fabric line. So I had put them together because I try to, once you crack open this, you have to find a way to protect them so they don't ravel and get all messy. The next one is Royal Knights 5-carat gems. Let me see what the colorway is. This one's also green, blue, and purple. And it's called, I guess Royal Knights is the colorway color. So you can see they're blue. And this is cotton, not batik. All cotton, but dark colors. Baby, have I missed anybody's comment? Andrea's been sick. I hope you get to feeling better, Andrea. No, I hope I'm not boring anybody.
Laura says, oh, you read that one already. Shalom said, happy little accident, talking about her hair conditioner, fabric conditioner.
Yeah.
Mama J says, I love sunflowers and honeybees. I just finished a sunflower quilt for my oldest granddaughter.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
This one's called by Maywood Studios, and I have been in this one too. As you can see, I've probably taken some out of here and used them in other things. Okay. So what I think I'm going to do with all of these charm packs, the ones there is some I'm going to give in a giveaway, because I know my tastes have changed, and some of them came in sampler boxes, and I didn't like them to begin with. That's why they didn't get used. Or I didn't hate them or nothing like that. It wasn't my style. Put it that way.
Mm-hmm.
So I probably will give some of them in a giveaway, but the rest of them I'm going to just keep doing what I'm started doing, and we're going to make lots of scrappy quilts from this stuff. This one is called Heritage Reds and Blue by Dover Hill Studios. Katie, did you know you have your Zoom set to highlight who is making the most noise? No, I did not. Hang on, let me see if I can fix that.
Am I making a lot of noise? I'm trying to be quiet.
No, don't worry about it. I need to figure out what happened with the setting. Ever since the bot tried to attach itself to my Zoom yesterday, it hasn't been right. Where's the setting?
So this is M.
Don't feel bad. This is something on my end. Tools.
Oh.
See, there should have been a setting up here where I could set this to gallery, and it won't even let me do that, which is very odd.
Jordy says, hi, Katie, Niko, and Janice.
Hey, Joy-T.
Hey, Georgie.
And Shalom says, I'm not making a lot of noise. So
yeah, you're not. Your sewing machine's not loud at all. Not at all. Okay. All right. I need to know if make noise, Janice, and let's see what happens.
Woo!
You're funny. It was set to multi-speaker, and that might have been the problem.
Yes.
Now I've set it to gallery, and let's hope that works. Did it work, everybody, or is it still messed up? Okay. Andrea says it's fixed. All right. Good. And that's why I couldn't move the windows around. It was set to the wrong setting. See, yesterday the bot grabbed my Zoom, and it was because during the live, a little pop-up happened on my screen, and I didn't read it. I thought I hit the exit on it, but I might have said okay on it. And then suddenly people's names are showing up in the Zoom when they weren't even there. And I'm like, what the heck is going on here? And thankfully, Sean just happened to be in the live, and he took care of it on the YouTube end of it. Okay, now that we got sidetracked with that, let's go back in because we're almost done going through this one.
There's so much to know, to learn.
Yes, there is. This is the colorway for the one I had open.
Nice.
Yep, and today's the first time I've actually, kind of messed things up a little bit. I usually don't. I've gotten better at not doing it, but Sean had something really. He's so kind to point things out. He said that I didn't panic yesterday when it happened, and I did. Normally, I would have already freaked out when I first started, and it would have happened. I would have already been freaked out. But yesterday, just kept on moving along. This one is All American 5-carat mini gems, and as you can see, I've used most of that one. This one is called My Secret Garden by Cheryl Haynes. This is so pretty, and I can't figure out what I want to. I want to use it. I just haven't figured out how. But look at that. It's so pretty. See all those pretty flowers?
Love the colors.
Yeah, me too. It's really pretty. I just haven't figured out how to use it yet. So, yeah. It's interesting how I still have quite a few of these fat quarter shop bags that they put these, because when they shipped way back when, before the pandemic, everything came in plastic. Charm packs came in it, layer cake came in it, but now it's not as prevalent, I've noticed, with some stuff, unless you ask them to do it. The next one is Garden Girl by Riley Blake Designs, and this has been used part of the way already.
Who's hungry? I have a pizza here.
Lego pizzas, yummy.
Lego pizza.
So this is, look at this. Aren't these cute? Oh my gosh.
Oh, those are lovely. Nice, soft, springy colors.
Look at that. It's so cute. I might just have to add these into the Scrappy Quilt Room. Ah, look, butterflies.
Oh, I love butterflies.
Yeah, me too. So this is the leftover pack. You know what? I'm going to set this one aside and add it to that Scrappy Quilt we're all going to be making. All right. And this one is Maywood Studio Paradise, and it's just a bunch of florals. And then we have something by Maywood Studio. It's weird that I have so much Maywood Studio stuff. This one is Fresh Lilacs.
This is the second time. Wow, I love those purples.
Hey, little Lego, how are you? Oh, you need to show. How far along are you on finishing that, babe?
Almost done with that second of the house.
Okay. Hey, little Lego, don't run off because once you finish the back, it's done, right?
Yeah.
He's almost finished with the Home Alone Lego Ideal House or Idea House.
Okay.
All right, so let me count these. 1, 2, 3, 4. That doesn't count because there's only like 3 in that one.
Annette Wagner says, good afternoon, everyone.
Hi, Annette. 6.
And Sylvia Martinez says, hello, everyone. You're ready for spring. Little Lego says hello. So maybe you should repeat what you said for Little Lego.
Little Lego says, I had that one in my city. He said.
Yes.
Yeah, he has a lot of Legos on his YouTube channel, babe.
I know.
You've already been over there?
No, I haven't yet.
I have. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So these boxes will hold about 20 to 21. It actually could hold more than that. It could probably hold up to 25 charm packs. So there's 21 in that. So let's add 21 to, what did we say the other one had in it? 50 something?
57, I think it was.
57? Okay. Okay, one more to go, y'all, and we'll be done. Okay, babe. Can you get these 2 over there out of the way? Because I'm going to need to get to the sewing or the ironing station. Put those 2 over there. Okay, we have Bella Solids by Moda. This is yellow.
That one?
Yeah, because I'm done with it. This one is called Crystal Lake. date on it. This one is called
Love and Quilting.
Hey there, Courtney. How are you? Hey, make sure if you have a channel to use the exclamation mark selfie. Exclamation mark selfie. This one is called Penny Rose Fabrics Afternoon Picnic by Nancy Zeman Productions.
That's good news. Courtney, you said?
I got checked out and I'm good but sore, no broken, but oh, I'm so glad she fell down on ice, or she slipped on the ice. I think she crashed partly into her car or something, but she hit the ground pretty hard.
Wow.
I fell down today too, y'all.
Oh, wow.
I was bragging about not falling down, and what did I do? Fall down today.
I saw you on the lake, Katie.
Did you?
Yeah, I did. And I was worried that you'd fall.
When you heard me yelp in pain,
yes,
my foot went through the snow just enough to pop my knee, and oh my god, that hurts when that happens, because when you fall through the snow a little bit, it like pops your whole body.
Yeah.
But today I fell because there was ice up underneath the snow that I didn't see. Nikolaj was trying to stop me from walking across it, but anyway, y'all have already seen this one, but now I have where you can look at it. This is by Benartex. And then we have, look at here, Moda's Mama's Cottage by April Rosenthal of Prairie Grass Patterns. And do I have a copyright on here? Nope. But I bet this is between 2016 to 2019 too. And this one I actually have been into a little bit, or I opened it to look at I probably opened this one to look at the colorways, what I probably did. But look at here, it's the same style. Ooh, that red is bright and happy. Okay, so I have two of these, which probably came in a sew sampler box. Some of these where I have 2 or 3 of them at one time, more than likely that's what they came in. So it could complete a certain size quilt based on the pattern that came in with it. Okay, so that was 2 of those. All right, now then we have an empty one. I don't know why this is in here. All right, this one is called Riley Blake Butterflies and Berries. And 2017. This one is Liana, or Leanna, whichever you want to call it. And yeah, isn't that pretty?
Wow, lovely.
Yep.
Love the colors.
Got lions and giraffes on it. Then we have some more. Who said that it was the ones with the cats on it? Someone called it something.
I think Mama J has said something about it.
Okay, so this one's called Blank. I can't see the smaller text under it, but it says Kitty Kitty, and it's by Ms. Kitty Kitty, or it's called Ms. Kitty Kitty Squares, and this whole thing is kitty kitties of different colors.
Hi, John and Sylvia. Yeah, I thought the bigger parts that structure houses, I stick them intact. The small ones like cars, I take them apart and put them in a bag. And when I'm home, I just take a bag, fill it up again, and before I go back to sea, I just unload them again.
So this one is like the ocean, but I don't know the colorway or who the fabric line is from, but there's whales in here. Narwhal. So anyway, I don't know the designer of this one. The tag is missing. But I know where I'm going to use that one at, on that panel that I got to make for you that we got from Florida. Okay, the next one is Moda Circulus, and these are polka dots. And the colorway is, hang on, I'll take it out of the bag where you can at least see the colorway. You can see there's different colors. But all of them are polka dots, every one of them.
Niko says I can barely hear Niko. Little Lego says I can barely hear Niko.
He's going to come over and show you. Are you going to attach that on there, or what's the plan?
I'm gonna attach it.
Okay. Yeah, that's because we tried to do a mic over there, or use the laptop mic, and it echoes on this side, so we can't do it that way, and we don't have access to just walk in a store and buy portable microphones to put on us. There's no such thing. And so that's what the problem is. All right, this one is called Crayola Kaleidoscope. The next one, here we go. I'm going to make a quilt out of this one, definitely, because I think I have enough of it. This one is Mackinac Island. How many of you remember this? By Monique and Simpson. No date, but I'm pretty sure this is around 2019, maybe 2020.
Mackinac Island.
Mackinac, yeah. Mackinac Island.
Mackinac?
Yep.
I
was told you do not call it Mackinac.
No, I'm just showing you.
I know, but let me move. Hang on a minute. I want to show you he has finished the Home Alone Lego kit.
As you all see, it looks
like.
Does any of it open, or do you have to take it apart to open it?
And here's the side part that I've been working on the last hour.
You want me to grab it while you can turn it around?
No. That's the way it looks like from the back.
Oh no.
That's okay.
It'll go back together again. Here, baby. Okay. I didn't want it to hit the floor.
It's just the way it looks like. I have to crop it from the bottom.
Yeah.
Not from the side.
So there you go, everyone.
And as you can see, I can remove this house building.
Utility house.
The utility house.
That's what you were trying to come up with.
Yeah. And as you can see, basement with the furnace with a light on it for the what do you call it? Boiler, and of course wash machines and dryer, and of course here's the kitchen part.
Oh, so the kitchen was off the bottom of the back of the house?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Like I said, you want some pizza? That's funny. Then of course when you put it up top here on the front, I can do this. Then it'll be like this. That way, and that way.
Now hold it up where they can see it.
This is how it looks like from inside. I mean, and of course I got there's a knob here where I'm rolling, as you can see. It very looks like the movie.
One of the traps he set, right?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. I can't hear you, Janice.
Janice, you're...
I'm muted. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I was just saying, yes, in Home Alone, when he had the thing spinning around and the robbers thought it was him. Yeah, that's all. Of course,
I can remove the roof.
Mhm.
And house part too. So it's easy to it's easy to remove it. And here's it on top part. There's bedrooms, bathroom, 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, and easy to close. So and of course at the bottom there's a dining hall and everything in it. Christmas tree. Fun.
Nice.
All right, yay, he finished.
Very nice. Good job, Niko.
Thank you, Janice.
Little Lego says that's awesome. That's an awesome set and probably retiring soon.
I think it's already retired.
Yeah, I think it is too. Because did they show retired or something?
I think so. And the only thing that I miss now is building the treehouse.
Oh, so you still got the tree house to build?
Yep.
How long is that going to take?
No,
not long. Okay, good. Because I'm going to finish going through this. I can't remember where it's at. Okay, the next one is Riley Blake by Lori Holt, A Bee in My Bonnet, Autumn Love. And I have more than one of these. Okay. The next one is called Cowgirl Country. And that one is by Sarah. It's either Hamish or Camish. Probably Hamish, right?
Probably.
By Moda. The next one is Moda Victoria by Three Sisters. Okay, this is the fun part because none of these are wrapped in plastic, and I don't like handling them that much. This is Moda Solids, and this is white. This one is called The Very Hungry Caterpillar. This is going to be another one for giveaway. It's the 50th anniversary edition by Eric Carl.
Oh.
The colors are more like neon colors. And I think I might have more than one of those, maybe. The next one is for all you grunge people. This one's grunge. The new color is called Moda Fabrics New Colors Grunge Hits the Spot by Basic Gray. And it's all different colors of grunge. And they're all with these polka dots on them. Big polka dots. And I have 2 of these. And the next one is, that was about to hit the floor. The next one is called Lollipop Garden by Layla Batik. The next one is All Weather Friends by April Rosenthal of Prairie Grass Patterns. Another one with lots of color in it, as you can see. The next one is Hello, My Name is Charm Square by Robert Kaufman. And this one is called Blueberry Park. And look at all those delicious colors.
Nice.
On your blog, you said you need, wait, let me see what she wrote. You need 2 yeah, you can mix them. You don't have to have the same charm pack. You just need to have it, at least start with 2 full charm packs. Now, if you want to have 4 to make, it just depends on, here's how it's going to be. You get to decide on the size of the quilt. So if you want to make it small, then use 2 charm packs. If you want to make it bigger, use 3. If you want to make it even bigger, use 4. And you can mix all of these charm packs. You do not have to have the same one. The only reason I was showing you 2 of the same is because I wanted you to understand how to divide them. But you do what you're most comfortable with. So mix them. Let's make it scrappy. Does Niko have a channel? No.
No,
Do you want a channel?
no, I can't.
Yeah, I didn't think so. He doesn't have time to make a channel. This one's called Little Snippets by Bonnie and Camille. So we might could do so you have exclusive Legos is we could do a live if Nikolaj is if my Essa is up for it, we could do like a live where he just builds. We could do that and not have sewing in it, but it's part of what me and him, the reason you see both is because this is what we do together. We do everything together. He says, do laugh out loud.
The Lego, I wish I could do that, but
he does not have time to make a channel.
Not enough time for me because I can only do that when I'm home. If I go back to the work, I'm sure I will bore you to death with my work because sometimes I can have some kind of videos where I can get a crap out of it.
Yeah, you should tell them about what happened on the ship this go around. Hang on, I'll let you tell the story in a minute. Because I've got the last two to do. This one is Maywood's Emma's Garden. Isn't that pretty? All right. So let's count how many was in this one. That's 2, 3, 4.
It's more like I'm just Greenland Quilter is perfectly made. I'm just tagging along. That's all.
It's not tagging along. It's what we do when we're not on a live. This is actually what we do. He'll be building, I'll be sewing, and we'll be listening to an audible. That's how we do it.
Before she started the YouTube.
Yeah, especially before I started this YouTube channel. That's how we were always doing it. That way we were still spending time together in the same room together, but he was doing what he loves to do, and I'm doing what I love to do.
This is cute.
9, 10. 11. Winning so far. 1, 22, 23, 24, 5.
I have a what you call it, high demanding job because I have to be vigilant when I'm working. Keep an eye on everything in working. I don't have to do any videos or something like that. But I do have more time enough to take some pictures.
You have to tell us what Niko is saying because we can't hear.
Come in here, babe, so they can hear what you said. Sorry. They couldn't hear what you were saying.
I have a high demanding job when I'm at sea because working on board fishing trawlers hard work. Barely time to take some videos, but if I have a GoPro, I would have taken some videos. But there are some times, especially in the winter time, I can scare the crap out of you with those recordings. Depends on when the weather's bad.
The other thing is he doesn't really have the ability to go live because the internet is so bad, or the connection is so bad, and they're limited on how much memory they can use and things like that. So, can you set these in that white box over there?
Yes. I have only about 800 megabytes per day data per day.
And a live video can eat that up in like 5 minutes flat. So, he uses his online time to stay in contact with me every day when he's at sea.
Yeah.
He calls me once a week. And then the extra bandwidth he hasn't used by voice talking to me, he uses it for a little bit of surfing and chatting with me in Messenger. But I want you to understand that the reason he's building Legos is because this is something we do together. I sew, he builds. And since I have a channel now, it's not fair to leave him waiting to have time with me.
Yes.
This is a way to spend time with me while I'm still doing this.
Yeah.
So that way I'm not, because it's, it would take time away from us if I spent all my time doing, 3 days a week doing lives and he's not part of it.
Yeah.
When he can share his love of a craft just like I'm sharing my love. And since we both live in Greenland, this whole channel is about my living in Greenland, being married to Nikolaj, and our life together as Greenlanders. All right, who wants to know how many charm packs I had? Let's see who can guess. In the channel, starting right now, only one per person, please. Guess how many charm packs I showed you today. How many charm packs do you think I shared with you today? That took an hour, honey, or an hour and a half. But we stopped in the middle of all of it.
Yeah.
One answer per person, please. Whoever comes the closest is going to get something.
Can I make a guess?
Yes, you can.
Hello. I mean here, not on the chat.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say 121.
Okay. Nico says 10. Andrea says 125. Keep going. One per person. Hey, Susan, I didn't even see you come in. Sylvia says 23. I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to give an answer to that. I showed a lot. Put it that way. Early Quilter Lisa says 95.
Yeah.
How many people's in the chat, babe? Can you tell by the screen over there? Because so far only 1, 2, 3, 4 people, 5 people have answered. Aaron Fruta says 201. Lori Coogan says 103. Okay, so there's 38 in here. Come on, you guys. Let's get an answer. Denise says 87. John Hare says 136. Just minimize the channel screen. Yeah, and you'll see the chat screen. Keep going. We're not there yet. We're getting close, but we're not there yet. Little Lego says there's 40 people in here. Okay, come on. We need more answers. Someone's got to get close to that little mark.
Laura,
Let me tell you this. Someone is only 5 away from the actual answer. Judy says 99.
Oh no. 5 away.
5 away. And someone else was 10 away. I wasn't here in the beginning, only saw, well, here, I'll show you. Babe, come help me for a minute. All of these charm packs were in these 2 containers.
that one.
And this very deep plastic container. That's all of them that I own. Natalie says 141. Oh, Katie, I get to be back in my apartment Tuesday. Oh, I'm so happy for you, Susan. Highway says 50. I need to go back and see how many people's commented now, because they said there was 40 in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 out of 40 have gave an answer. I'm waiting on more answers. Come on, you guys. Don't be shy. Tell me. Can I guess again? Because I think I know now. No, you only get to do it once. Sorry.
Little Lego, do you have the chess club?
Then I go and see 39 people, but there's only 34 likes, says Highway. Yep, that's true. Y'all hit that thumbs up like button. Little Lego, did you hear what Nikolaj said? Probably not, babe. Talk louder. We need to figure that problem out.
Little Lego, do you have the jazz club?
June H said she paid the rent. No one else wants to guess? And I think he's also, oh, I'm late because I didn't set live chat on here. Oh my God. That's not cool. But we did have 35 votes on that poll so far. Anyone else want to guess that has not guessed? He said, Little Lego said, yep, I just finished the jazz club.
Okay.
All right. This is going once. Going twice.
So.
All right. One last chance before I call it. All right, then. Then I'll tell you who the winner is, or who came the closest anyway. All right. The actual number of charm packs that I had was 131 charm packs.
Yes.
So Janice guessed 121. Nat guessed 141. And John H, he came the closest to 136. So he was only 5 away.
Yeah.
So John H, do you sew?
I figured it was 131 after you said it was 5 away from somebody and 10 away from someone.
Yeah, because it was right in between there.
Yeah.
And Little Echo says 129. If he'd have been able to guess again. Yeah, that would have put him closer. Okay. John H, are you still there? Hello. Let me see if he's still in the channel. Yeah, he's still here. I'll have to figure out a freebie for him if he doesn't sew. Little Echo said he tried to do the math. That's a whole charm pack shop. Yeah, pretty much, but it's all older stuff. But yeah, I have too many. Yep, and I only saw, he said he only saw 15 of them when he made his guess. Okay, do you sew? Because if you sew, then I'll give away a charm pack to you. If not, then I have to come up with a different plan of attack. You should give Janice a win also because she was closest without going over, like on the Price is Right. Yeah, I agree with you, but I don't know if she wants any charm packs. She wants charm packs? See, she's shaking her head no. Because I'll give you a couple of them. I'm not afraid to share. You even pick one of the ones you know.
Actually, I don't have a problem with charm packs. I just use them as soon as I get them, I guess.
Well, I agree with George. You should get something. Yes, I sew. Okay, Do you have anything? Do you mind whatever I give you, or tell me what you don't like, John Hare, or tell me what you like that you saw, because you said you only saw 15. Mom, Andrea said she did 125. Yep.
So she got closer. She got closer than I did.
Was closer than you, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, maybe I'm on that. Susan Year Out says she only has a whopping six charm packs. Yes. Maybe I should give a first, second, third prize. Okay, I'll do that. Andrea, 125. Janice, you don't, yes or no on charms?
Yes, I'm gonna say yes. Yes.
Do you know what did you see something in there you wanted?
What are the ones that you want to give away?
There was Alice in Glass. I definitely want to give away.
As long as it's not.
I had a charm pack that was French General, but I don't really know what all your tastes are.
As long as it's not Batik.
I knew you said no to Batik, so I won't. And besides, I'm not going to share my Batiks. No. Okay. Is there anything besides Batiks you don't like?
I like purples, blues. I don't like greens per se.
Okay, so if I gave you something bright and happy, you would be fine with that?
Yes, yes, I would.
Okay.
Yes. Because I'm making donation quilts, so.
Okay. John says he wants you to pick the charm pack for him.
Me?
No, Nikolaj.
Oh, Niko, okay.
It says, I like all fabric. Let Heartlight choose something.
Nice.
Andrea, what do you want? Do you want some of that Alice in Glass since you like the neon colors? Susan also says she has 5 jelly rolls and 4 layer cakes. Yeah, I only have 3 jelly rolls and 10 layer cakes. I mean, it's very little. It's yardage and fat quarters I have so much of.
Yeah.
That's why I'm not going to panic right now. I might start panicking about halfway through the year. If I see prices go so high I can't buy anything, then I'll freak out. Because I need to buy more yardage of the off-white batik color so I can use it for my quilt. Andrea says she'll take the Alice in Glass. Good, because I want to find a home for that. And forewarning to all 3 of you, it might Sandy Ag, is it Ag, how do you say your name? It's Sandy A says, giggles, I make donation quilts too.
Oh, nice.
That's awesome. All right. The only thing I need, wait. First things first. Right now, I need all 3 of you. Well, I don't need you 2. Just send me your address, okay? Janice?
Yes, will do.
Because I already have your email. And Andrea, you have my email already. Please send me your mailing address. John, I need you to email me at living.greenland 2011 at gmail.com. If you don't email me, I can't send it to you. I need you, and I am not going to chase you down. This chickadee is not doing that anymore. We're done with that. So email me with your address, and with all 3 of you, keep in mind this could take anywhere from 6 to 8 weeks before you see it. I'm forewarning you, because the weather and the mail system, once it leaves Greenland, or actually once it leaves Denmark and hits the United States, I don't know what happens in the United States, but it's not cool what happens in the United States. It like disappears off the radar. And then I have to wait till someone says, oh, by the way, I got my thing. Susan says, anything you want to gift, I am open. Here's something I'm going to do. In July, I'm going to do another giveaway. I did a giveaway at the beginning of the year, and all of that's ready to go. I'm waiting on this weather to be kind before I can mail it. That's why it hasn't been mailed yet. All of the 7 people that won the fat quarters from the Modern Maker boxes, they have not been mailed because of the weather. And there's no sense in me sticking them in a bag and they disappear because of bad weather. It's easier for me to wait till the weather stabilizes. Probably in another couple weeks, I'll be able to send stuff out because we'll be at the worst, almost at the end of the worst part. So it'll be sent out. Okay.
Katie, I also have a prize for you.
You do?
Remember the this that you won?
Right. Did I really win that?
Yes, you did.
Do you want to send it to me or do you want
Yes.
to send it to a USA address?
Will you get
It'll be a year before I see it, probably.
Tell me what.
Well, why don't you find out what it's going to cost you to mail that book? I will tell you to use United States Postal Service and use one of their envelope. What is it called?
The flat rate.
Yeah, one of the flat rate ones, because that probably will be the cheapest, and then you can track it with a tracking number usually. Do the cheapest, and if it still seems steep, let me know, and I'll just have you send it to one of my friends in the United States has been housing all of my mail lately.
Stuff. Okay.
Yeah, between my daughter and my 2 daughters and Christine in Georgia and now Melanie in New York. Yeah. But Melanie's going to be shipping my stuff soon anyway. Joy T wants to know what it is, so let me spotlight you so they can see what it is.
Oh, what Katie won?
It's a book.
It's a book.
I love books, you guys.
And look at that lovely vintage machine.
Oh, that machine is gorgeous.
On the cover. So.
Yep, I won this in her live the other day.
Yep.
Or I thought I did, but I wasn't sure.
You did. You did.
All right. Now, we are done with messing around. Okay, let's talk about this scrap quilt. I wanted to show you guys something because someone made a comment, and I am going to address that comment. Someone asked, well, instead of when you're sewing these together, using what you cut, when we sew 2 pieces together, and I'll give you an example what they were talking about. Okay, so when I made 2 of these and I sewed 1 together, someone said, well, why couldn't we just mix and match these? You can. I only did this so you can see how to do it. You can take, when you're doing the hourglass one, which is this, and I'm going to press one of these so you can watch me put it together. These hourglasses right here. When you're making these, because we're half of your charm pack is going to be making hourglasses. The other half is going to be making 4 patches. You can definitely, after you've sewn and cut them apart, cut them the way they need to be cut, you can mix and match them all you want to. Make them as scrappy as you want to. The idea is for all of us to be doing something together and making it as, and you get to, you as the sewist, get input in this. We're not going to talk about the sashings yet because I'm going to be asking questions from you guys. We are going to design this quilt together. So you might say, well, why can't we do it a different way? That's on the table. The idea is to unify. We are a village. Let's build it together like a village. So any input, put it out there. I have posted the blog inside the Greenland Quilter group on Facebook, but I'm going to put it on the community tab. Any feedback you have, put them in those 2 places. If you are not a Facebooker, go to YouTube and do it. If you don't want to post your comment for the whole world to see, then email me. And email me, I'll show my email again. It's living.greenland2011@gmail.com. You are more than welcome. Any feedback is fine by me because we are going to design this whole thing together. We're going to do it together. And I know I've said that about 10 times already. I want unity. I want us all to forget about what's going on around us while we're doing this together, because the idea is to do something that makes all of us happy. And designing together will make all of us feel like we've accomplished something. I really, really, when we designed some of the, because we've done a couple blocks together, scrappy blocks together where we've designed it and switched colors, and I've gotten input from you guys. That is so much fun because you're engaging with me, I'm engaging with you, and we're doing something as a team. And that's what I want to do. So that's what this is about. So when you are cutting these out, these half square triangles out of the charm packs, when you get them all pressed open and you've trimmed them down, you can go ahead and mix the colors if you want to. You do not have to stick with the same color that came out of that pair that you sewed together. Mm-hmm. The idea is to just have fun and be creative. That's what we want to do. Is this what Sean is doing with you? No, this is my channel Sew Along. And we will start sewing together 4 patches starting in the 3rd week in February. The thing I'm doing with Sean is completely different, and I'm going to be using batiks for that. And yeah, now some people will probably sew along with that. I don't know. I haven't heard whether anyone wants to do that pattern, but it's going to be fun and it'll be pretty. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and start working on this. I'm trying to think what else I need to talk about.
When you have a little tight tongue in your hand, in your mouth. Little Lego, yes, I have several different sets with me. And I'm sure you are familiar with Assembly Square.
We need to make a video of those in there, don't we?
Yeah.
Or take them out where I can make a video.
Yeah, use this as a just.
Yeah, I just do. Yeah. You know what, Little Lego, we'll try to it'll take a little time because we have a plan of attack that actually we have something we have to really address. And I talked about it yesterday in my live. Most of you were here when I talked about that Nikolaj and I are going to finally, or he's going to help me work through my issues about the sewing room. Mm-hmm. We've been over a year out of that room because of the wreckage in there. And so while Nikolaj's home, and this is going to, and even if it takes the entire month of February, we are going to get the glass out of that room, get it reset, get it redone, and move back in there. I've decided I'm going to stop calling it the sewing room. It's going to be called, what are we going to call it, honey? What? We either going to call it the hobby room or the craft room. Yeah, he wants to call it the craft room. So that's what we're going to call it. Because we both do stuff together in that room. So I will try to document as much as I can of the journey in the room, because that is going to get tied into something I'll be doing in the middle of the month that has to do with mental health. And so stay tuned for both of those. Any of you who don't feel comfortable about us talking about mental health, you don't have to show up, but I would love it if you bite me with that thing again, you're going to get popped.
Well, read to ask for it. Right here.
I took it from him.
Well, Little Lego, I have 3.
That thing has teeth on it. Do you see that? He bit me with that thing. Right on the live. Oh, my comical husband.
Well, Little Lego, I have 3 Assembly Square. One is built as a Assembly Square, as a stores and other. The other 2 is as alternative buildings.
Yeah, he likes to do the alternative ones too. Because I told you, don't bite me with that thing.
Ow.
I had to take it from him yesterday. He comes by and clips my ear with it. Being funny. I couldn't believe it. Those teeth are actually sharp. I mean, they're not sharp like as in going to cut you sharp. Mm-hmm. But when you clip it on someone's ear, you feel it. You know, I got a funny story to tell you guys since we're talking about ears. When I was growing up in Florida, one of the things that me and my sisters loved playing with the most was lizards. The little tiny green lizards. We never ever killed them, but we it wouldn't be unheard of to see us walking around with one in our hand because we just liked them. So we decided to pull a prank on our mother one day. And so each one of us caught 2 lizards apiece. And there's 3 of us girls. And then we let the lizards latch onto our earlobes. And then we go walking into the house with these lizards hanging off of our ears. You should have heard my mother. Like,
I can't
what in the world? Oh, we had so much fun at her expense.
It's funny.
We was always dragging things in the house. You know, we were girls, but we were like little. We were what you would call a tomboy. You know, we were girls, but we played like boys.
Yeah.
I mean, we had a mini bike that we would be competitive with the neighbor because he had a mini bike and we had a little dirt bike, which means the wheels are bigger on a dirt bike versus that little mini bike. Mm-hmm. And we would be, and down south, septic tanks were up above the ground. So we would be jumping the septic tank in shorts all the time. And then we would burn our ankles on the exhaust thing. And one day my dad come out there and he says, the next one that gets burned by that mini bike because you refuse to put pants on, I'm taking it away. Because we would burn, our ankles would have blisters on them because we got too close to it.
You girls were just having fun.
Denise, oh, you mean for doing the sewing room? Oh my gosh. I don't know how hard that would be actually. I mean, unless I set up a tripod in one corner, it's going to be crappy lighting too to add to it. Denise says, why don't we do it live when we start on the sewing room? Yeah. Little Lego says the double is 3 base plates. I don't know what he's talking about. Something you said, I guess. Okay. And Rita says, my kids, when they were little, brought in what they call a kitty was black and white stripe. Oh my God. It was a stump.
Oh no.
Oh no. You know what else we like doing is my mom had pigs. And they would be like 3 or 4 pigs in this big pig pen. And we would climb over the top of the gate and ride those pigs around in the pig pen. And my mom would be hollering, get off those pigs, leave them alone.
That reminds me of something we would do in the summer when we were kids in Jamaica. We would, basically we would just roam the neighborhood.
Yep.
And there was this little bushy area and there was a pig in there. And we would dare each other to pet the pig. And that pig was wild.
Yeah, the wild ones are scary.
Very scary.
They can actually wound you bad.
Yes.
My mom had this red rock pig. Oh, she was so big before it was over with. And she was breeding her to make little piglets. Mm-hmm. And then she would sell the piglets to help pay for, animal feed and garden seed and fertilizer. That was how she was supplementing her gardening. Yeah. And that pig weighed probably close to 450 pounds. And she'd get up on her hind legs with her feet over the gate. And every day at 5 p.m. in the afternoon, you could hear that pig screeching at the top of her lungs. Wow. And she was telling my mom, come feed me.
Oh my goodness. Animals are so intelligent.
Yes, they are. They're smarter than we all give them credit for.
Yes.
I will look at your page, little Lego. You were talking about that Simply Square.
Okay, yeah, because he has quite collection on his website or
Yeah.
on his YouTube channel.
He had 2 that I think he had built together with say it's huge.
When
I
you-
have 3 of that particular house.
Yeah. That's cool to me.
2 of them are built as a different models. Each set.
Hey, honey,
Yeah.
she might need to SHU
Oh,
because she ate that pig ear. Stat or she wants to be FAD or FED.
You know,
Ever since sorry, go ahead.
fascinated by Legos. It's okay. I'm fascinated by Legos, but I don't actually know that I would be able to sit and build a whole
You know,
big one.
you know what you could do? Have you seen all of the new ones where they're generated toward people who love flowers and gardening? Have you seen any of that?
I've seen the Lego gardens and the flowers, but
Those,
yeah, they
those,
are lovely.
yeah, those come in like small, medium to small packs.
Yes.
Well, what I mean is there's some of them you can just buy like where they have 1 or 2 flowers in them, and some of them are entire bouquet.
Mhm.
And you can just find one that's a small pack and bring it home, and you haven't spent a ton of money. Test run it and see if you actually like doing it, because it's something you can do if you're sitting in front of the TV vegging,
Yeah.
or you're not sewing but you're watching a live YouTube, but you're not talking to anyone either. You're just
Right.
listening and sitting,
Right.
and you can sit there and build it, doing something with your hands.
I bought a diamond painting kit,
Oh,
and
cool.
the picture was similar, very similar to this. It was a vintage machine with a quilt, and it was lovely. And I did about 2 rows, and then I was like, nah, I'm not.
You had enough of it?
This is not for
Yeah,
me.
I'm afraid to buy one of them and then realize I don't like it very much.
Yeah, so I gave it away.
There are $1,000 Lego Star Wars set coming out. Which one? Oh, it's the Death Star. Oh my God! Do you know how much we paid for that Millennium Falcon? I think went for $700 or something. It's cheaper over here because it's in Danish kroner, so it's not as bad since it's a Danish company. But we don't know what's going to happen with the tariffs, because I bet Legos in the United States are going to go up
Yeah.
because of the tariffs. Or Denmark will just stop shipping them to the United States, period, one. Because Denmark's not going to put up with being pushed into selling Greenland. I hate how that looms over all of our heads, you know?
Mhm. Yeah.
Someone here in town the other day posted a picture of a head of lettuce, and when you do the translation from Danish kroners to US dollars, $9 for a head of lettuce.
Mm.
That's just nuts. That was what it was. Yeah, I figured it was, because she kept looking at you and looking at me like, at least she wasn't making ruckus yet, but she will start making ruckus soon too. Right now, I'm just pressing open these half square triangles because I'm going to show you what you can do with mixing colors on these hourglass ones.
I'm trying to piece this block. See if I can.
Hang on a minute. Let me spotlight you so everybody can see what you're working on. There we go. Go ahead.
So I'm trying to piece this block. Let's see if I can figure out which hand. This one.
Oh, wow.
It has all these tiny little pieces. And I had to draw a bigger version of it over
Yeah, that's what I
here.
was going to ask. That's what it looked like you had done, is build it bigger so you could see it.
So I could see it. I had to use a magnifying glass.
Yep.
So I've done this part.
Oh, you're coming along on it.
I've done more. Son, can you bring that the top part of that quilt for me, please?
Hey,
What are you saying, dang over?
a little Lego's coming.
Oh, 10,000 pieces? Yeah, that's going to be pricey.
So this
Do you
is
want to build
the
that thing?
I would love to, because I remember
Oh, look at that dot. Wow. You have come a long way with it, Janice. Last time I saw it, you
yes.
only had like, I think, half of that done.
Yeah, just one row. So I've done 2 rows and I'm working on row 3. So yeah. So I am right here, this row.
Oh, okay. That's always going to be so pretty.
Yeah.
The Millennium Falcon had 7,500, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I knew it was around $700 if we'd have bought it in the United States.
It took me 27 hours.
Yep, 27 hours it took you to build it. So if that's 10,000 pieces, how long do you think that would take you to build it if you did it as a marathon?
Probably maybe 32, 35.
I'm like, aren't you ever going to come to bed? No.
Okay.
Sylvia says my daughter dated a guy one day was a Lego kit bouquet. Oh, that's cool. That is so cool. Little Lego says it's going to be fully detailed, so it's going to be like the Millennium Falcon then.
Nice.
I have a feeling someone's going to say, I want this for Christmas, wife.
Yep.
Yep. I don't know where you're going to put something that big, though.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can hang that thing. It'll probably be too heavy to hang from the ceiling, right? Our ceilings are too low to boot. See, she went outside, right? So now she's sitting over here at my feet. And can y'all hear her yipping?
Mm-hmm.
She's like, now I want something else. Because I went and unloaded my belly.
All right.
We'll feed her in a few minutes. Generally, Lego is about 10 cents a piece on the average. Yeah, I'm really not thought about that. I just know it's expensive. He says, Sylvia says, start saving your pennies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so if it's 10,000 pieces, it's probably going to be what? We paid what, 6,000 or 7,000 for the Millennium?
4.5.
4.5. So if it's 10,000, we're looking at more 6 or 7 maybe.
Yeah.
And that might not be too bad because I know we spent quite a yeah. This go around when I played Santa, I spent almost 9,000 between all of that. Maxie Doodle says fabric prices are going to go through the roof. Yep. Anything that's imported is going to be a problem. So any of you, if you haven't stocked up enough, you better do it now. You know what I've noticed with Fat Quarter Shop? They have managed to maintain their $11.50 a yard stuff, and the only thing that's more than that is Tula Pink. The rest of the fabric has stayed right within that 11 something a yard. They've managed to keep it from going up, but I've noticed with Missouri Star, some stuff is starting to creep up.
And that means they're cutting their profit or keeping their profit low.
Yep. Well, she'll lose business if she goes and jacks it up. People will stop buying because they can't afford it.
Right. I get that.
There's this
Absolutely.
you know, it'll be the rich people buying it and the rest of us will just be left in the dust.
Yep.
And I don't know how many rich people actually sew. Wow, look at that. Look, you guys. Here's the treehouse.
Lovely. Is that the tree house?
Yep. Yeah, I accidentally covered up. Here's the ladder. Can you see the ladder?
Yes.
What's this part for?
It goes to the house.
Oh, oh, it's for the
It would be like a
bungee, whatever you call that.
Yep.
Whatever you call it, where you go long something lining.
Like a pulley?
Where you hang on a line and you zip lining. That's what it's called. Zip lining.
Zip line, yes.
Yeah, it's got a zip line on it that attaches to the house.
That's cool.
Right now I'm just trying to get these pressed open first before I stick the iron on them, and then I'll trim them down, and then I'll show you what to do about mixing colors.
Well, might as well close the hole then.
All right, let me look at the poll. All right, let's see what the big winner is. It's going to be the corner garage. Yep. All right, the question was, and if you have not answered the poll or voted on the poll, do it now while I'm reading it. Niko has finished Home Alone. Which kit do you want him to start next? And he showed you the kit pieces. The one was the corner garage, which is 2,569 pieces. And the other is the Jazz Club, which is 2,899 pieces. And right now, the corner garage is 54%, and the Jazz Club is 46%. Yeah, Andrea, yes. All you have to do is you don't have to make the hourglasses. When you divide the charm packs in half, and you set the one aside that's going to be for the hourglass, what I need you to do is get all your 4 patches made, as many of them as you want to make.
Oops, sorry.
I don't know what that was. I didn't register on my brain what it was.
My ruler fell.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Do you have this one too, little Lego?
He says he doesn't have a corner garage.
Wow.
That boat is really long. That boat was longer than my 24.5-inch ruler. It's 28.5, right? Oh, 26. No, this is 28.
28 inches. Yeah.
28 inches long. That boat.
What was it? The orchid that you see, little corner, if you're watching it, the orchid that you see here came from this set. Oh, okay. It's a big boat. It's at 28 inches long.
Andrea, and I'll post it again in the community tab about it. You can go ahead and make as many of the 4 patches as you want, but don't sew them together into a 9 patch, because I would like to do the sewing of the 9 patch together on a live. That way everybody can do it at the same time and we're all busy sewing. And then once we all have I haven't decided how many of these 9 patches we're going to make, because I want people to make their own decision on how big they want their quilt to be. Because when we build the whole block, this whole block, unless we change the design of it, this whole block is 16 3/4. And I figured I would have to do the math, but based on that size, you could probably kind of guesstimate what size you want to make as far as the size, overall size of the quilt. Now, I know I probably need to make a decision on, I probably should do the math, and I'm going to get with someone who's good at this kind of thing. Decide how many blocks, horizontal and vertical, will make a wall hanging, a lap quilt, and a single quilt. And if they want to go bigger, they can do the math themselves.
Yeah, I know.
What? I didn't even know the kid's name was Kevin.
Kevin McAllister?
Yeah, I just knew it was McAllister. That's all I knew. Little Lego says he doesn't have an ocean in his city. Which one did you have that you returned a long time ago, Little Lego? Hey, and what's your first name?
The one that I just showed, this one.
Oh, the boat?
Yeah. All right. Just closer polls seem to be that the conical rush is the winner.
Okay. He says the zip line tangles up in everything.
Yeah.
All right. The ship he showed. Okay, got you. All right. I'm taking too long doing this.
Oh, it looks like like I said, the conical rush is the winner.
We started.
Oh.
It's all right. The jazz club can come afterwards.
Yep.
I think that jazz club's gonna look cool.
And you let us know how much that one is. How many pieces there is?
On the home alone, there was 3,955 pieces.
Wow.
It is so good to have you on live again with me. And I am so tickled that we're going to be doing this every fourth Saturday.
Yes, yes.
Gonna
I'm
be
excited. I'm excited about that.
Yep.
Take this or do this one too. Show it.
I did have a rough, speaking about mental health a little bit, I did have a rough few months last year.
Yeah, I knew that's why you and Stephanie Harris was another one.
Yes, and
I'm thinking Shonda too, because Shonda kind of disappeared too.
yeah. So, sometimes you have to take the time to deal with yourself.
Yep. That's why we're going to do this live once a month. If it's a good, if it goes well on the first one, and I hope you'll be there for that one. If it goes well,
Yes.
I'm hoping that we can do it once a month so that people can come and let's talk about what's everybody considers to be taboo to talk about.
Right.
Because
Yeah.
we should talk about it. It's not a crime to have problems in your brain.
Yeah. And I think it's when it goes on, you don't deal with it. When it goes unrecognized or unnoticed or
I wish
when
I
you
had
have
the
problems.
yeah, I wish I'd have had the tools to
Yeah.
see that what was going to happen to my first husband. I knew he was depressed. I knew he had issues with drugs and at the end he got mean and stuff, but I never thought in 100 years he would do what he did to himself. And and we all need to learn to listen to people when they're in trouble.
I'm happy. I'm happy that you're not you're not shy about talking about the tough things.
I can't, one of the things that I've discovered with this community is there is people who don't want to hear anything about any of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I am not trying to be offensive to anyone who is sitting in the chat listening to this, but I cannot cut out half my history. No, I can't cut out 75% of my history because that 75% of my history is what made me who I am now.
Yeah.
And this man right here has taken me into his life with all of my baggage, all of my stuff that's gone on in my head, and loved me despite all of that. And if he, and I, we haven't really, have I sat down and talked about all the down and dirty stuff? No, I haven't. I should, because it's nothing for me to be ashamed of. It's not my fault it happened to me.
Mm-hmm.
When you're a kid, you have no say in anything that happens to you when you're being raised.
Yes, absolutely.
And when you leave home, you do not have a tool kit to prevent you from marrying into such as that.
Yeah.
And it was 13 years into my marriage before I realized I didn't have to take it anymore. I stayed with him because I was raised that way. You do not leave your husband no matter what he does to you. That mindset.
Right.
So we were married 21 years, but he took the shortcut out of it. After 21 years of being together with him.
Mm-hmm.
That was a quarter of my life with him.
Yeah. Yep.
And I wasn't, I don't think that I was angry he did it to me. I was angry he did it to our 3 beautiful children.
Yeah.
Because they are good kids. They've never been in trouble. never caused trouble, nothing. You know, but he was in a crisis, and I didn't know he was in a crisis.
And you know, Katie, there are people who are suffering silently
Yep.
that can be helped, you know,
You know,
addressing things and
exactly.
talking about these things.
If you can't talk about it, how can you get help?
Yeah.
You know, if you don't have it. And this is why I want to do this, because I want it to be where one of the things we're going to talk about is and Danny said she would do the legwork for it, is she was going to gather up phone numbers, and whenever someone's in trouble,
Yeah.
those phone numbers will be found
Yeah.
in my Facebook group and
Yeah.
on my community tab, where if you're in trouble, you know, you can call this number and say, I need your help,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
because I would have never, I, you know, back in the day, I never knew you could call a number and say, hey, I want to hurt myself, you know, or
Yes.
I'm so depressed, I don't want to live anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we, you know, as quilters, we use sewing and gardening and cooking and crocheting, and this man over here,
Mm-hmm.
Legos. Now
Yeah.
he doesn't suffer from depression, but he does this to decompress when he gets off the boat.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
does this and he games. That's how he decompresses. And you know, that's an outlet. And I'm hoping that we can talk about it in such a way that and people can come in and feel safe that we're talking about it, and not worry about, you know, if I talk about it, then someone's going to look down on me for talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we're going to talk about my PTSD, and I suffer from 2 anxiety disorders, and we're going to have a discussion about that. I'm
Yeah.
not going to talk about what exactly happened to me,
Mm-hmm.
but I can do it in such a way that when I say I was abused, that's what it means. I don't have
Mm-hmm.
to go into any
Right.
dialogue about what was done to me,
Yeah. Yeah.
because, you know,
Um, Mama J says you are very blessed to have Niko.
I am. This man has kept me from going off the deep end.
Yeah.
You
Yep.
know, after my first marriage, the first year I walked around, how do I put this? I don't think that I actually comprehended some of what had happened. Number one. Number two, every night at 12:30 I waited for disaster to start, because that's when he
Mm-hmm.
would come home and he would be on a rampage, and I was expecting cabinet doors to be slammed, and you know,
Mm-hmm.
and so I'd walk into the kitchen, no one was there because he was gone.
Mm-hmm.
And then I felt guilty because I had relief over that.
Yeah.
And it took me a while to understand it's okay that I feel relief from that. And then and Nikolaj, I tell you, because I had said this to him, I'm never going to get married again, because I will not put myself in a position where a man makes me feel unworthy. And even as old as I am now, I still feel unworthy sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And then he comes in and he'll say, you deserve to be loved. It's my job to make you happy. He touches me. And I'm not talking about sex. I'm talking about physical and mental love, where you are
Yeah.
hugged. I
Affection.
never had hugging. I never had handheld. All these things human beings need. They need to be hugged and held and told, I love you, or I'm your friend and I'm here to listen to you. And all of this stuff I get from him.
Hi, Melanie.
That's
And
awesome.
and he it's interesting because he some aspects of his life, this is a survivor of someone who committed suicide,
Mm-hmm.
just like me. His mother, when he was 6 years old, she ended her life. He was 6. And then he was split away from his sister, you know, and so we share some things that are similar.
Yeah.
And, you know, mental health here in Greenland, suicide is, was it number 1 or number 2?
Number one.
Suicide is number 1 and alcoholism is number 2. They're the two main social problems here in this country. And it's because there's not enough.
Talk about it.
There's people are not talking about it. Like I've gone to the doctor and I told the doctor that I'm not sleeping because I've had problems this past year. I'm sad and I'm not unhappy in my life. When I tell you on this live that I feel depressed, that is not telling you that I am unhappy in my life. It's not about my life.
Yeah.
It's about in here.
Yeah.
It's here. And oh my God, I got on this discussion and we're not sewing.
Shalom says mental health is so much less taboo than it used to be. A lot of people have opened wide and it's so refreshing. Yes, I completely agree. And Suzanne says my daughter lives on the north edge of the Olympic Peninsula and can see Vancouver Island. Vancouver Island, that's Shalom. So she's talking to Shalom. Shalom says I get serotonin from a bottle and I'm completely okay with that.
Yeah, problem here is when you go to the doctor and you tell the doctor that you're having issues, because since the pandemic, the health system here has been very tough. We're short of doctors, we're short of a lot of things. And so when you go in and you tell the doctor you're depressed, they just look at you like, okay. They don't do anything. And we don't have, as far as I know, there's not a psychologist or a psychiatrist that I can talk to and say, I'm having trouble. Now, he did prescribe antidepressants, but when I went and looked up all the side effects of the antidepressants, one of the things it mentions is if you're 60 years and older, you have to be careful taking it. And when I see something like that, guess who's not taking it? Me.
Yeah.
Because I'm scared of it.
Mama J says, Katie and I have about the same history, so I know how hard it is. The difference is I come from a generation where you were not allowed to talk about it.
Exactly.
Same, yes.
But when you're growing up and the neighbors knows what's going on and they don't open their mouth and call the cops, or that if you go as a teenager, we were in a church where you're supposed to be protected in a church because they joined a church. And when we went to the preacher to say what was going on, and then the preacher didn't do anything. And then when all of the stuff, all the added stuff that was going on come out and my mom put him out, 2 days later, the preacher comes back and tells my mother she has to let him come back in the house. Because if you don't, then his soul is on her hands. That's the type of manipulation. And that's why I don't go to, I believe in God. I believe in prayer. I believe in reading your Bible. I will never let a man rule my life again. Not a church. I can't because I don't feel safe.
Suzanne says my mother dealt with mental illness and was deeply paranoid and spent a year in the mental hospital.
Yeah, see? And I'm sorry. I hope no one is uncomfortable about all of this. I didn't mean to get off on this. This was supposed to be saved for
another time. Well, this is just the introduction, right?
But I don't want anyone, but also, see, since it's come up, any of you, anytime that on my life, if you are depressed, you're having a bad day and you need to talk, you have my permission to bring it out. Yeah. Because I would rather you say you need help than to walk away because you stayed silent and you suffer and end up doing something else.
Yeah. Yeah. So Mama J said, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was just reading the chat. Mama J says, PTSD is an awful thing when you have been abused in your past. Even if you are presently happy, you have triggers from the past. Sometimes you know your triggers and sometimes you don't. That is so true.
It is. Yeah, yes. And you don't know what's going to trigger it. Like the storm crashing my sewing room triggered mine. Yeah. I mean, I was asleep. I was tired. I'd been sewing for several hours and I took a break to go rest my eyes and I fell asleep. And when it happened, it sounded like a bomb went off. And that's not an exaggeration from my point of view because my brain couldn't comprehend what was going on when it happened. Yeah. And then within a few minutes, it triggered the other thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm calling him saying, honey, and when I'm telling him what's going on, because he just happened to be in port in Sissy Moon, he's like, what did you just say? I said, the window got blown out in the sunroom. He said, what do you mean? And I'm trying to explain it to him, but my brain still didn't understand what had happened
Mm-hmm.
or how the window had been blown out the way it had. And he says, did you go outside and look yet? No, but I'm putting on my snow clothes now. And when I walked around the side of the house, then I understood what had happened. Then anger kicked in. Automatically, boom.
Mm-hmm.
This, because I keep, people say that you should not, people can control, or no, that's not it. People shouldn't have anger in them if they're fine in their head. But when you grow up the way I did and
Yeah.
and married into it and all this stuff is, you learn how to live with it,
Yeah.
stuff the anger way up down inside where it never
Yes.
comes out. And
Yeah.
then when something like that unleashes it, it takes a
Yeah.
while to get back inside.
Little Lego, I don't want to ignore what he's been saying. He says, did I just hear a fire alarm? And then he says something about PTSD.
Yeah.
And later on, he said depression and PTSD is a real thing. And he said, if I get yelled at, I get triggered badly.
Yeah. So you're probably like me, people yelling or people slamming door. I mean, here's a good one I discovered. Nikolaj's heard me say this. I go to pick up my medicine from the pharmacist, and the pharmacist is in the basement of the hospital. There's all these heavy doors that run down this hallway. People come in and out of those doors. They don't shut them. It has these hydraulic system on all these doors that automatically shut the door. So when it shuts the door, it slams the door.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And the longer I sit there, the more I want to jump up and scream.
Mm-hmm.
What are you going to talk about?
Little Lego. I have a Ghostbuster, a Simply Square, diner, pet store. I think it was a pool house,
Pool hall,
palace, cinema, bank, bookstore, boutique hotel, police station, detective's office, Ferris wheel, and lighthouse. Lighthouse is cool. I can tell you that.
Mm.
I need to backtrack because there's been a lot of talk, hasn't there?
Yeah. Mama J says, Katie, do not apologize about the topic. Evidently, some of us needed to talk today.
Yeah, I didn't honestly mean for this to happen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And Judy Smith says, I agree that we need this discussion and this conversation needs to be the norm, not to be swept under the rug. And lots of people saying amen to that.
Thank you all, because I don't want to lose people out of my channel because of this. You know, you have something my youngest sister said to me before things started going with her. She made a comment about fear. And she says, Sissy, we grew up in fear. And I said, what do you mean by that? She says, this is how Larry controlled us. Mm-hmm. Larry's my dad. This is how we were controlled. We knew if we opened our mouth, we knew what he was capable of doing. And she's right. That's why when after we tried to get help and the help didn't happen, we didn't talk. Because we knew if we did, it would be twice as bad. And when you grow up in fear and you live in fear, it's like you're in chains, and you have a gag over your mouth, and you can't talk, because of fear.
Yeah.
And what Shalom says, fear is the seed of our negative human emotions.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, when we were growing up, my sister and I, we were abused in the same house by the same people, and neither of us knew. I didn't know about her abuse, and she didn't know about mine until we were adults. And it's because when you're in that situation, you just can't talk about it. You don't have the words, especially as a child. You don't have the words to say, and the fear, you don't know what's going to happen, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And so you don't say anything, and you stay in the situation, and you don't say anything. I mean, it's not a simple thing. I mean, there's so many different levels and ways that we deal with abusive situations, and different things that we've gone through. There's
Yeah.
no formula for it. We all go through
No,
different
there's
things,
not.
and we react in different ways.
Yep.
You
And
know.
the human body and the human mind is, if you think about it, it's amazing in a way, because it helps you survive. You go into survival mode basically,
Yes.
and as
Yes.
long as you're
Yes.
surviving, you're living.
Yeah.
And it may not, it's not fixing what it,
Right.
all this stuff has created, but it
Right.
helps you go into a mode where you're able to still function,
Hmm.
unless you turn to drugs and alcohol. And one of the things that someone said to me, when they heard part of my story a long time ago, is they're like, you are a strong person. And I said, I don't think I am. And they pointed out, well, do you do drugs and do you drink? No. So you didn't find a way to kill your pain by being intoxicated.
That's
And
their
they had a
line.
point. I didn't switch to that because to me, when I did drink, it made me feel sadder,
Hmm.
and I couldn't stand feeling like that.
Yeah.
So
So
I never turned to that.
Little Lego says, I'm a USAF veteran too.
Oh
And
wow.
Shalom says, can't even imagine what you've had to deal with at Little Lego, but I'm sure glad you're here.
Yeah, we're glad you're here too. And thank you for all of y'all. Thank you for not
Yeah.
mass defecting on the chat today.
And Shalom says, fair is a seed. You read that one already. Little Lego says he wants the Ghostbusters. I want that one so bad. And
Nikolaj
then
has
he
that one.
says, Niko, do you know about Bricklink Studio? It's a Lego software. You can render pictures of any set and
Yeah,
build them.
yeah. I have the Bricklink Studios and Studio 2.0 and
So why
the
don't
other
you
one.
so why don't you play with it?
I have to create Legos out of it.
That's what I'm saying. Why don't you try creating
I
something out
have
of it?
tried, but
Is it hard or something?
it's a little bit difficult to
Hmm.
start to build it.
Is it because it's in English
No,
or?
no, no, no. It has nothing to do with that. It's more like to try to. I have some Lego ideas in my head, but it's try to visualize it like.
It's kind of like me trying to learn how to use electric quilt software.
Yeah,
Hmm. Yeah.
I get it.
I can show you that after the live or tomorrow.
Okay, yeah, that'll work.
Then you'll
I'll
see.
understand what you're saying. Yeah.
Laura says, I've never been vocal about my life or childhood. I was designated as a caregiver when I was around 7 years. It was my responsibility to watch over my mom. She had many issues. I did as I was told. That's,
Yeah,
yeah.
I was the oldest child, and the old saying was, because you're
Hmm.
firstborn, when the crap rolls down the hill, it rolls on top of you first. And if
Hmm.
any of the two younger sisters did something wrong, it was always my fault.
Yeah.
It was my fault. So
Yeah.
I would get the stuff first.
Hmm. Mama J says, exactly, Janice. And in my case, when I did speak up, I was told we could not do anything about it because my abuser was my dad's CO in the Air Force. Wow. Laura says, I somehow survived it all, and I'm married 35 years to the love of my life. We have similar backgrounds and we're perfect for one another.
That's great, Laura.
Yeah.
That. I think this is why me and him click.
Hmm.
There are times when I sit and I think about, gosh, I wish I'd have met him when I was a young girl. Just entering adulthood. And us have babies together. I wish I'd have known him then, but
Hmm.
that's not what was meant for us. We were meant to meet later in life, I guess.
Yeah. If you
And
ever see right angles in the chat, that's my hobby, and he is amazing.
okay,
He
yay!
is just
Because
so,
I don't think I've met him yet. Not that I know of.
yeah, he's in the chat every now and then when I go
Okay.
live. So if you see right angles, that's him.
Okay, I'll remember that.
Super,
Oh,
super supportive.
Little Lego, the Ghostbuster. It's fun to make.
Mhm.
I can try to make some videos out of it so you can see how it looks like inside of it. Because it's 3 store high up. Close, a little bit higher than the
which one are you talking about?
Ghostbuster house.
I guess it's too hard to take it off the shelf to show it to them.
I could take it, but I have to take it careful.
Yeah, but be careful if you're going to do that.
Yeah.
If I hear crashing there, I'll know what happened. I made a comment yesterday. I was looking at the shelf, and that Ghostbuster is sitting down on the end, and there's not the way he's mounted the shelves is kind of strange. And I'm like, do you see that board is bending? It's bending a little bit. I'm like, maybe you need to change the weight of that. So he's probably going to move it to the middle because he didn't realize it was bending from the weight of the Legos, those big ones anyway. My tallest I own is Town Hall. Oh, we have lots of.
Yeah.
Thank you all for not leaving. I really appreciate it.
Little Lego says, my new wifey, and I have been together 11 years this April.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, sir.
Me and Nikolaj's been together 14 this month. I told him when we hit that 20-year mark, it'll be another almost quarter of my life.
Yeah, my husband and I celebrated our 23rd anniversary in Jamaica this Christmas. Christmas just passed.
Congratulations. Did you have a good time in Jamaica? Because I saw some of the
Yes.
videos and stuff.
It was so good to be home.
Oh,
Really
you managed
good.
to get it out without. Wow, he got it out without messing with it. All right. Try not to knock any of this off, please. Let me move this out of the way.
Are you ready, little Lego? Teaser.
The boys are having fun.
Let's see it. Whoa. Oh, is that the tone?
You can set it on top. And then we can move the camera if we have to. We can move the laptop camera down a little bit. Here, move this forward a little bit. There we go. Well, yeah, that's as good as you're going to get it.
And what was it?
This is the Ghostbusters, you guys.
Oh.
Oh yeah, here we go.
Something strange.
Who are you going to call?
In my neighborhood.
Do you remember that song by Ray Parker Jr.? Mm-hmm. That song made lots of money.
Wow. Ghostbusters.
I have to move it over just a little. There you go. You don't have to move that much.
Here's some part.
Wow.
And here's whoa, I need to.
There's something in the way. Yeah, you're gonna watch out. That's gonna fall off. I'll hold my hand here.
I got a little.
What's on it?
Oh, here we go.
Uh-oh, there's a mess down there.
I know. I have to put some of the Legos just like that. This is how it looks like.
Woo.
Wow.
little Lego says he's drooling.
Sylvia says she's been married 30 plus years to her husband. That's awesome. And then
Lori
says 40 years for her.
Wow.
Congratulations, you guys. That is a milestone to make it that long.
Yep.
Oh, and just all right. Here's a little fun part for you, little Lego.
Uh-oh.
It's okay.
Uh-oh.
It's okay.
It's because this is not sitting flat. That's why it's doing that.
It's okay. I can remove it. I can remove the parts. It's easy.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy.
Something just came off.
No, let me remove the roof.
Oh, there we go. You'll remember how that goes back together?
Yeah. Here's the fun part on the other side, little Lego.
Little Lego says that set is worth a lot.
You see those?
Wait, let me
You see those?
Those are ghosts.
Those are ghosts.
Mm.
That ghost has a hot dog in his hand. Is that a pool table or an ice hockey thing?
Pool table.
Oh, okay.
But here there's a pool table. Whoa, never mind.
It went somewhere. You gotta be careful, babe, or you're gonna lose something.
It's okay, I got it.
It's right here.
All right.
Here you go.
Oh, it looks like a broken piece.
It broke off?
These brown ones are a little brittle thing.
You don't have to email them and tell them you have a broken piece.
I got it. I know where it is. I know where that comes from.
One thing about Lego is they will replace pieces that break.
Pool area, chemistry thing, bedrooms, dining room, and of course, if you've seen the movie, here we have Sigourney Weaver.
Mm.
Lego wants to know if you have the matching Echo 1. I don't know what that is.
I know, yeah. Echo 1.
That's the car, right?
Yep.
You do have the car, right?
Yep.
Thought you did. Well, I don't think we're going to get any sewing done today.
That's okay.
It's all right. Let him have the show.
Yes.
I hope all y'all sewers don't mind. Let him. He's having fun. And I'm not going to be upset by it.
Echo 1.
Oh, Echo. He called it Echo 1.
Echo, yeah. You made that one?
Yep, he's got. Wow.
There's the vehicle.
Didn't I see where they were making a bigger one or something?
Yeah, they're making a bigger one out of it.
Oh, you're going to want that one, aren't you?
Yeah, I would love to, but space-wise, no.
We're running out of space.
Yeah. Laurie Clark says, me too, Laurie. We don't always get along, but it works for us.
One thing I have realized that if you have to, and some people might not agree with this, but if you have to argue, fuss, and fight 24/7 to keep a relationship, it's not worth it. I learned that from my first one. There's no reason for it. If you can't get along, then maybe you shouldn't be together. If it's an occasional argument, that's different. Now, with me and Nikolaj, we don't argue at all. We have what we call
skirmish.
And I don't even know if it's a skirmish. It's more like sometimes we get annoyed about something. But this is the thing with me. I've had to learn the difference between anger and being annoyed. Mm-hmm. The first time I annoyed him, I got him killed in the game because I wanted to talk, and I come in right in the middle of what he was in the middle of something really deep, and I got him killed, and he fussed about it. And then for an hour and a half, I'm walking around not saying nothing, and this is right after we'd only been married a year or something.
Yeah.
And I walked around and I wasn't talking, and I was being really quiet. And he says, and he noticed after about an hour I was doing that. And he says, what is wrong with you? Nothing. And he says, come here. So I come over where you sat. When you say there's nothing, I know there's something. Tell me. You're mad at me. No, I'm not mad at you. But no, I was never mad at you to begin with. He said that I had annoyed him, but he was over it 5 minutes after it happened. But I was so used to angry stuff and being silenced for hours on end. People holding a grudge because that's the way it worked. Mm-hmm. You might be days and someone's still PO'd at you for something dumb.
Yeah.
And so I've learned that I've never actually seen him angry. I've only seen him annoyed, and he's seen me annoyed. Now he sees me get angry when it comes to certain subjects, but
other things that will not be discussed.
When you start screaming at the TV, I'll tell you a funny one. One time, what was it that I used the F-bomb on in here? I was doing something in the kitchen. and something went wrong, and I used the F-bomb. And you know, I only use the F-bomb when I'm mad.
Yes, it's a modular Lego.
And he comes in there and he says, "That's the first time I've heard you use that word. What's going on?" And I told him, he's like, "Honey, it's all good. Don't worry about it." I think it's because I burnt something and I got pissed off about it, you know?
Yeah. Bye, Mama J.
It got dark on me and I did not feed the rabbit, so I'm going to have to go. It has been fun. Thank you for coming, and bright blessings, and pet those cute little fluffies for us. My husband and I don't argue. We have disagreements, but we don't argue. See, there you go. There's a difference.
I call them discussions. We have discussions.
Yeah, you have a discussion, yeah. And the fact that you have a discussion is better than screaming at each other and then walking away and not ever talking about what started it to start with. You know. And I've had to relearn a lot of things because of my experiences. I don't, you know, a lot of people have the advantage of growing up where you discussed when you didn't agree on something. There wasn't name calling going on or all this other stuff or physical stuff going on. You know, I don't have all those tools. So when we got married, I told him, I said, "You sure you want to marry me? Because I'm a hot mess." And he's like, "I love you. I don't care if you're a hot mess." Like what we had as an advantage was we had an 8-year friendship built between us. And he already was aware of a lot of it. Now, I haven't sat down and, like I said, and told him all of it down and dirty, because I don't know if he would understand some of it, because some of it I don't understand.
Yeah.
You know, because how do you explain it in a way that makes sense to someone who's never had that issue? Yeah. Hey there, Kevin. Look who came in. Mr. Tuber Chat himself. Welcome, welcome. Hey, how come you haven't been live lately? I've been looking for you so I could come in and share the love. This man helps our little channels out a lot, so you should go visit him too. Forewarn you though, the channel moves really fast.
Yes. I did go on once and it was just like, whoa.
It's like, shh.
Yes.
I keep up because I'm from the IRC days, you know, in 1994 when Internet Relay Chat started, and you joined a newbies channel, and the newbies channel had 150 people in it, and the chat would be going. You learn how to speed read, and so that's how I can keep up in his chat. Is because of that. And you know, someone made a comment, "Man, you talk a lot in these chats. Why is that?" I'm like, "Aren't you supposed to talk?" I mean, engagement's part of what makes a channel grow, and engagement means talking in the chat.
Yeah.
He says, "I've been under the weather, should be on in a few days. I hope you get to feeling better. We've missed you." Good to see you, though. I hope you feel better. All right. It doesn't look like I got anywhere, but I will do this. Let me finish trimming this one block down. And I'm using, they're still got the same dark color, but I'll show you what I'm talking about. When you with the 4 patches, you can rotate colors, because you're gonna, when you sew the way I showed you to do it, you end up with, wait a minute, because I'm going to make someone confused. I know it. So I'll just show it. Or all these, I think all these are for, yeah, I already cut. Wait. Hang on a minute. Yeah, these are all for my hourglass. So on these 4 patches, when you're cutting them, remember I told you you were going to sew 2 of these together as a pair, but you're only going to have a seam here and a seam here. Then you're going to cut this way and then cut this way, but it has to be 2.5 inches from here to the center when you do it, because you're going to be making 4 patches. And then you end up with 4 out of this single of 2. Okay. So you'll end up with, so say this was sewed together. You'll end up with 2 sets of these. You can take these sets, instead of sewing them the way you had, you can mix these colors. You can do anything you want, mix all of them. You know, once you get to that point where, because you're going to end up with 4 of these to start with before you make your 4 patch. These groupings of 2s can be turned around and switched with others. Okay, and I will keep talking about this all the way up to when we actually, and just basically want those that are going to sew to make as many 4 patches as you want to make. And then on the 3rd week in February, we will start making a 9-patch block. And once we sew one 9-inch block together, then depending on the size of quilt you want to make, will determine how many you make to have ready for the next the next meeting of the 3rd week in March. And then in the 3rd week in March, we'll also start sewing hourglasses and have them ready, because you're going to need, if we stick with the pattern, we're going to need 7 hourglasses for every 9 4 patches, unless you change the design of it. Okay. All right. I hope I didn't confuse you guys too much. You want to show one more time where you're at on yours before we call it?
Well, I've just done small pieces that I need to put together.
Here, let me spotlight you real fast so they can see what you did. Oh, you're coming along with it. Wow.
Yeah, just smallish pieces.
Did that come as a kit with the fabric or just a pattern?
Just the pattern.
Okay.
I chose fabric from my stash.
When you email me with your address, send me the link for what you're sewing, and I can put it in the description box. So if someone's interested in checking out what you're working on, they can go over and check it out themselves, because they might be interested in making it too.
Yes, will do.
Okay. Anyone else want to ask a question? Yeah. See you later, little Lego. Have a nice night and sleep well.
Bye, little Lego.
Thank you for coming, by the way. Little Lego says he's become a night owl. So am I. Okay. All right. All right. It's time for us to go. So I'm going to tell you, as I always do, thank you for coming to the live. I'm going to let Janice say something in just a minute. Make sure that you live, laugh, love, dream. And what do you do from all of that? You create something. So good night, everyone, and let me turn it over to Janice so she can say her goodbyes as well. And honey, did you want to say anything?
Good night, everyone. Thanks so much, Katie. I always enjoy chatting with you. I'm glad we have a regular schedule that we'll get to meet online. Take care, everyone. Take care of your mental health. Take care of your physical health, and be kind.
All right, everyone. See you later. And Nikolaj says good night too.
Good night, Nikolaj.
Bye, everyone.
Don't run off from the Zoom yet.
Okay.
Somebody wants to eat. Okay. Good night, all. All right. Thank you for tonight. I hope I didn't